Hello guys, this is Ajun Kolebe and this is Maya for Beginners. I'm gonna be showing you guys today how to make rocks or stones. The easiest way to make those things is what I'm gonna be showing you today. So let's get down to it. Mike did this tutorial before, but it not show some things like UV mapping and the like. That is exactly what I'm gonna add to these and let's get on to it, please. Let's get on to it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is like he did, I'm just gonna select a sphere and I would go to channel box, bring it down, go to polysphere and increase this subdivision axis and height to 40. Doesn't really matter, just want to have it that way because I want it to be big like so. I could leave it this way, I could increase, but don't forget about that. I'm just gonna get down to it. I would go to um right click and go to vertices. So select one vertex and press B. That will select the smooth selection, and you can press B to turn it off again. So I will just do something like this. Yes, like so. Another thing, the next step right now is I can go in there, go to edit and delete by type history. So I've deleted the whole history for the stones. The next thing now is to go into FX effects, go to my effects and see shutter. Just go in there. We are using solid shattered and I'll just reset this thing. So I want this thing to be 12. 12, yes, I want 12 stones. The edge jaggedness, this is the roughness or jaggedness of it. So I'm just gonna pop it up and I'll go to delete. This would just delete the original stone, this big stone, delete it and replace it with the shattered ones, and that is exactly what we want. So I will just create and it's gonna take a bit. It's taking a bit. It's taking a bit, taking a bit, taking a bit. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It is done. So I'll go to before I go to image object mode. I'll just select B on my keyboard again to go back to um, on soft selection, not soft selection. I don't know. So it's done. It's done. As you can see, we have different stones here. So I'm just gonna open it up. You can see we have some issues, some issues like we having the inside of the stones are yellow. That is not a big deal. I will just select everything together and just give the whole thing another material. So assign new material Lambert. So I'm gonna call it stone texture, stone text text, it's text. So okay, and I'll go to color. So I downloaded from Google. I downloaded a texture, rock texture, seamless rock face. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm gonna be using. So it's applied. I just need to press 6 to on the texture. You can see we are seeing some stretchy shape here, some stretchy texture. Not to worry, we're gonna get down to that. So I'm just gonna resolve this. I'll forward this. This might take a while to perfect. So I'm just gonna forward it. I'm trying um, to organize the stones around the surface, the plane surface. So um, I'm coming back. Yeah, truly, I'm coming back. So is not sounding well, so I can just raise this up a bit, like so. Raise it up, and I think we don't. I can make it just to rest on this, so that to have a reason to stay like that. So uh, that is all. I'm just gonna raise this up more and rotate to something like that. So let's continue the next thing. So another thing we would do now is this is what Mike didn't do. He actually explained it. He talked about it but didn't do it. So just you know. So it is mapping, you know, UV mapping. This is very easy. You just go back to modeling. I'll go to modeling and UV, and under UV I would see automatic UV. You can see automatic, so that is cool. You can see I automated this one, if that English was correct. Yeah, you can see this at least is fair. So I'm just gonna select it again and go to should see bump map here. So that is bump mapping. I'll select the same image I selected the other time for this. Go to file 2 and select that same image. You can go to Photoshop to correct this, to make this, change the texture to black and white, but it doesn't really matter because you can always adjust this. I did this without correcting it, without changing it to black and white, and it really worked. So let's test the rendering and see what we have. Oh, this is it. This is the depth of the you can see this one is different from this one. So I'll just select everything except the plane and go again and automatic. So you can see now. So another thing I can do is I would go to my render settings, go to scene and on the physical sky. So obviously the stones will be outside, outdoor. Yeah, outdoor. Let's render again and see what the final result is gonna be. That is not actually the final result. It's just, you know. Yes, you can see what we have here. This is really awesome. This is really awesome, but we can do better than this. Actually, we can really do better than this. Another thing we can do is, another way we can go around this thing is go to what am I gonna say? Okay, you go to the UV again. But before you go on, let's select the whole thing and the select lights and the plane. Okay. Yeah. So now I would make sure that I have my angle, my camera angle to where I want it to be. Let me just bring this thing up. So let's say this is the way I want my stones to be. So I selected everything and go to UV, and here you see base camera based. This will just map everything. It will map the texture based on the camera view, and that is exactly what really we want if it is image. But if it is an animation and the camera is trying to rotate around the stones, the best thing to do is use automatic. And if you can lay down everything like that, it's cool. So I'm just gonna do this. So the next thing now is to render and see how this will work fine. You can see we have the depth and everything. So I'm just gonna go to render again and render that out, and I'm very positive that it's gonna be cool and you love it so much. So that is it. Let's wait till the thing renders. Yes, it's opening. You can see it's coming up. It's coming up.
About holiday.
It's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah, that is it. You can see this is awesome. This is awesome. It's quite awesome. It look a bit realistic. I want to say big. I would say it look really realistic, and that is exactly what this thing is all about. So, guys, thank you guys for watching this tutorial. I hope you love it, like it, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Ayinko Lebe is saying we shall be meeting again in peace and not in pieces. Let's wait for the full rendering before we say peace out. Yeah. So we can see this is awesome. So I'm saying peace out.